Okay, so good afternoon to all of you. So today's topic is community participation, which is a part of block 4 of MST 013 social culture system. So today we will understand what does community participation means. Sorry, let me just do the next slide. Give me a minute, please. Okay. So first of all, we need to understand what does this participation and this community participation, all does it mean? Till now, there is no particular definition that what does community participation means, but broadly it describes that we involve individuals, community belonging to a specific region for their betterment and also for the overall development of that area and overall development of their socio-economic and cultural aspects. So, according to Gilbert, it is said that when we talk about community participation, we take into the account of historic, cultural, and their historic and cultural thing. We focus on these aspects and then we make them participate in different policies or in different objective, whatever our objective is to reach the goal for specific development or for completion of specific policies. However, Ms. Bigoda believe that it is a goal of modern democracy. It is an important aspect of modern democracy that community participation is necessary so that there is a ground level information that so that we work from bottom up level instead of top down level. So when we talk about communities participation, it broadly involves not only the individual, it involves the people of different caste, religion, different culture, different gender. Okay, so it is about providing them empowerment, which we will talk about in next slide, in next to next slide. So what is the benefit of participation, this community participation? So our overall aim is to achieve the equity and empowerment in the society, providing the empowerment to the people of different communities, especially the marginalized people who does not have like a proper hold on resources, whose resources can be taken at any time, as I have discussed in the last lecture about the Narmada Bachao Andolan. So the role of NGOs and government is very much important in providing the withhold of to these resources. And when we talk about the conserving these natural resources, conserving anything like watershed management, doing forestry, all this require the specific knowledge of like different community have different methodology to conserve resources, and also different community have a different utilization of resources. So it is very important first to understand that what a community, how the community is dependent on that resources, what is our goal if we are making them participate in conservation of resources or for any policy, what is our goal, how we will make them participate. So what are the advantage if for example we have made them participate any community, so what will be the advantage to that community? So first of all, it helps them building it create the capacity building. The community who does not know any like how their voice can make a difference, uh, this participation through NGOs, through training, help them to understand that what is their importance, what is their role in deciding that any policies or future development in that area. Also, this participation help in building the community organization. So now you see that there are very political, like in constitution, there is given the village, panchayat, gram sabha, all these things. Apart from that, it give a platform that a loose platform where they can make the organization of like old people, elder people, or the people who are young, educated in that community. So it give them this advantage. And as I talk about empowerment, every individual get voice, every individual get empowered with the information and knowledge that what kind of, for example, a policy is about to implement on an area. So this information dissemination and knowledge sharing help them to understand, okay, to raise their voice, okay, they want to participate, they don't want to participate, they can make choices, which is in next slides. They can make choices, they can raise their voices, and it helps them for their proper representation, as I told, such as the loose organization. They can also be the part of gram sabha. They can take their agendas to gram sabhas or to the NGOs. So the community participation overall help in making them aware that what is their role, how, what they need, and what type of the need they want from the government, or what facility they want from government. So it can be shared with them. As I told that in last lecture also, the role of NGO. So here NGOs or the other government organization also play an important role, a link between the information dissemination between the communities and the governments. So there is a very interesting case study about the community participation, where with the community participation, where they have achieved the equity and social justice. Or it is the Orangi pilot project, which is Orangi pilot project. It is started in 1980s, specifically in 1982. It was a thought of Dr. Akhtar Ahmed Khan. So through a NGO, they selected this area. It is in Karachi region. So they did a thorough research, and they also found that that area is having lack of people, but they are in very deprived condition, and that area also having different ethnic communities, such as some belonging to Muslim communities, some belong to Punjabi communities, and etc. in Karachi region. So they did their work in different aspects, such as sanitation problem, in housing problem, in health problem. But before they did anything, they first did the correct research, like what is the problem, will the people will be participating, not participating, if not participating, how they can just make them aware, that how they can motivate them to participate. So in 1985, they started this. They found that a lot of people are interested in their own development of this community, of this region. So they all participated. Around 700 families, 700 to 1,000 families has been participating in that region. So first they targeted on a sanitation problem. So they told that every house can conduct can construct their latrines and their toilets within their home, and they can make their underground sewage, because it was a low cost program. It was not a highly budget program, a highly project program. As you see, there are a lot of government policies, but it is an initiative of NGO. It is an initiative of community participation. So they bring out with the ideas which are effectively on ground, which the people can actually implement and understand. So they see that with the construction of latrines, with the people involvement in that program, they found that a lot of health issues and has been decreased, which I will discuss later. And they found that the people are been participating and people are following their this instruction. So the sanitation problem in that area has been cut down to very low level. Similarly, they found that the housing problem was very, as you see some pictures, the housing problem was very much in that area. So they did again the thorough research. What is the geography? What is the what type of material can be sustained in that area that can be for long term. So with that, also with the community participation, they suggested that we can do this, we can create like this. So they have come out with that first some parameter which you will see in your that study material. They have given some parameter that you can construct your house of first floor. They give the proper guideline that ventilation is very much required, so you can how you can keep your houses ventilated. So you can see in picture I have shown that there is a huge difference. People actually follow this and made their livelihood and their living much better. So as you see that every problem is interlinked. So sanitation and this housing is all linked to the health problem. So in there they found that malaria, dysentery, so malaria, dysentery, typhoid, all these issues were very common in that area. So since that, of course, the sanitation program has been initiated, they have also started with the help of female doctors. They were visiting from house to house, village to village, and people also participated. They have educated the community people about. There were a lot of infant mortality. There were a lot of maternity mortality. So all these issues were so common. So with the initiative and with their participation, they tell each other that what to do, what not to do, how to be hygienic. All these things have reached to a level that KH Karachi Health Social this association has also been participated. Means a organization at the national level has also been participated, and they have also entered in this program, which further increase the efficiency of this Orangi pilot project. So overall, this project has achieved a very limelight and also a success. So this has only happened with the proper communication, with the proper participation of the community. And there's a next one more example which has been described of Sukhna Lake. So must all of you must have heard about Sukhna Lake in Chandigarh. It is very famous, and now it is kept in very pristine condition. And like most of the people are, many people I have also visited come for morning, evening walk for their for for relaxing their mind. So this how this has been achieved. So basically, earlier there was a village, Sukhomarji village, which is situated in Shivalik region. So actually the Chandigarh is also in Shivalik region at foot form. So this village was surrounded, and there was a highly dependency on nearby this area. So there was a lot of like human impact on the cattle's grazing, then lopping, all those things, which has somehow degraded the condition of that environment. You see that there was a land and soil degradation, then there was a spare vegetation, very low content of water. All those issues were arising. So, Dr. P.R. Mishra, he was a project director of Government Centers of Soil and Water Conservation Research. So, he started a pilot project that let us involve the So, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So they have involved the. So he initiated a project. He visited that area. There was a I have written very shortly here, but when you go through, you will understand that he has went to door, and he motivated people that if you participate with us, you will see the benefit later. So why why me also participate? Why I will be utilizing my energy in some other work? I'm just giving example. So basically, every conservation also you see it comes with a cost. So people will conserve or people will participate when they see that what benefit they get, what resource utilization they get. So after a lot of discussions, they created that we will create check dams, we will raise forest, we will raise trees, we will decrease the cattle grazing at that time. But you will see the result in next in 5 to 6 year of gap. So what they did is they created lot of reservoir, and as you know that Sukhna Lake today is also an artificial lake which is spread in 3 kilometer of area. So this was also is being done during this work. Earlier it was so much degraded, but today you see that that area it's only protected because of thanks to Dr. P.R. Mishra. So people participated with very motivation, and what they get in return is that they get the water coupons. So what with the reservoir and check dams, there used to be a rain. They get the withhold of the excess water that used to drain. So they get to withhold, and with the withhold of that water, they get to increase the soil productivity. They are able to raise trees which further increase the productivity of the surrounding area. So all those impacts are interlinked. So what they get in return, the each household get the water coupons, so they can utilize the water according to land they have for agriculture. So that's how, with the participation and with the resource effective utilization, today you see, if you see the picture of Sukhna Lake, you see today it's because of this participation and this effort. So this can be achieved only when it cannot be achieved like you say you will participate and we will not give you resource and we will give you only money. It cannot be achieved like this, because those people have been like grown in those areas. They have been since the like for like past 10 to 20 years, they have been dependent on that resource. And tomorrow if you say that you will not be utilizing that resource, we will only give money, they will utilize the money, but somehow they will come back and they will say no, we want our land back, our resource back. So we need a solution where we can balance the situation, and it can be achieved when we first understand that what is the need of that particular community, particular society. So what is the significance of this participation? One of the important significance is the empowerment. As I told you that empowerment help in raising their voice. It help in in decision making, that that they do not want this. They are expecting to make their livelihood better in sanitation. Health they can manage, but they want more focus on sanitation. So with this, the empowerment is most important thing they get from this participation. Further, there are what are the issues and challenges in community participation. So you see that first is there is a no somewhere when the policies about to implement, there sometimes it's corruption, or the no proper functioning of that department. Though some communities are not being even participated, they are just on papers. So no participation is one of the reason. Second is issue and challenge is that if the community participate also, then they are just on the fringes. They are not properly involved. This is also a challenge and an issue. Like for paperwork, they say, okay, this much people participated for meeting, and this. But actually, what they want, actually, if the 10 people participate, then does not matter. It is important that every member of the household of that community should come up, should discuss that what they need, how, what are they thinking, what are they expecting. It is very much important. Then further is that if the people are also like coming and discussing with the team, so they are not aware of their proper right, that what type of right they have. Can they raise their voice? Can they say that, okay, we do not want this, we want your focus more on sanitation or etc., just for example. They are not aware of that. They may just come and attend the meeting and then just go, maybe. So this is also an important issue and a challenge. Then then there's the challenge of communication. When we talk about XYZ NGO, and it is belonging from North, and it got a tender or a work to do this work of community participation in South. There must be a communication gap between them. There must be a ideological and cultural gap between them, which is also a challenge for the proper community participation. Then, then I think I'm about to done, which is, this was a very short presentation, but I have tried to cover all important topics. But I want that this was community participation is more on discussion basis. So if anyone has doubt or you want to clear, you can just we can just discuss.
I think you covered, ma'am, all the points of participation.